want to bring in an eyewitness who's on the phone with us right now. His name is Hayden Cardy. And if you can hear me, Mr. Cardy, I want to know where you were and what you saw.
Yes, I was about 100 yards away from the explosion. I was watching my mom run the marathon. I looked over, and after I heard one bomb go off, I turned around and I saw a second one shoot up in the air. It sounded just like a bomb, what I thought a bomb would sound like. It was absolutely horrifying.
Hayden, George Stephanopoulos here. How far apart, if you could tell, were the explosions?
They were about 5 seconds apart. It looked like they were standing in exactly the same place. They were standing by not even like 0.1 miles away from the finish line.
And could you see anything about where they were? Was it on a sidewalk area specifically?
Yes, there's a lot of bars that are lined up along the finish line. It looked like they were coming away from one of those bars.
But as you
they were
just
right
said,
off the sidewalk.
But in basically the exact same area, both explosions 5 seconds apart.
Yes, sir.
And could you smell the fumes? We've been told they were sulfurous fumes, not exactly electrical fumes. Could you smell anything about them?
I couldn't exactly smell them. Wouldn't be too sure about what they smelled like.
And you say your mother was running. I just want to make sure she's all right.
Yes, ma'am. She's all right. She finished just seconds before they went off.
And did you see anything around you about people who were injured? And what did the people around you do at that moment?
Everyone, at first, it was kind of hard to believe. Like, we really weren't sure what had just happened. I looked over to my sister and I said, did we just hear a bomb go off? And, I mean, everyone just started freaking out, and there was a lot of people pushing us to just keep running. I heard a bunch of people saying, I don't know what's going on, let's just run. A lot of runners were crying. A lot of people were cursing the world. It was a hectic, like, crazy scene.
And how long did it take you to get out, to get some distance?
There was a pretty big crowd. It took like about a minute to just run a walk away from where we thought it happened.
So again, get a sense one more time. You think you may have seen, and again, all this is preliminary, but you think you may have seen it in the neighborhood of a car. How close did that put it to the runners? How close did it put it to the observers?
If the sidewalk's like 5 yards away, then they would have been like 7 yards away from runner.
And Dan,
they were very, very close.
We are getting more information coming in right now. One of our reporters has just spoken to a trauma nurse at Massachusetts General Hospital who says they were working at the race's medical tent. They've set up a morgue area at the back of the tent, and reports of people coming in with severed limbs, children with severe burns, and according to this one report, although we haven't had any official reports yet, many casualties.